7 behaviors that instantly make people respect you. Respect is one of the most misunderstood things in life. Many people spend years chasing it, begging for it, trying to earn it through kindness alone, trying to earn it through approval, trying to earn it by making everyone happy. Yet the harder they try, the less respect they receive. Why? Because respect is not given to people who constantly seek it. Respect is given to people who embody it. The Stoics understood something powerful. People respect strength, not loud strength, not aggressive strength, not arrogant strength, quiet strength, the kind of strength that remains calm under pressure, the kind of strength that does not need validation, the kind of strength that refuses to compromise its values. Many people mistake these behaviors for being cold. But true Stoicism is not about becoming heartless. It is about becoming emotionally disciplined. And emotional discipline often looks cold to those who depend on emotional reactions. Today we will discuss 7 cold behaviors that instantly make people respect you. These are not manipulation tactics. They are not tricks. They are habits of strong individuals who understand themselves and refuse to be controlled by circumstances. Subscribe to Stoic Reflections for more videos on Stoicism, self-mastery, emotional intelligence, and mental strength. Because respect begins the moment you stop chasing it. Behavior number 1. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. One of the strongest things a person can do is stop feeling obligated to justify every decision. Most people constantly explain themselves. Why they made a choice. Why they said no. Why they change direction, why they believe what they believe, why they cannot help, why they need space, why they have boundaries. And often they do this because they fear disapproval. They fear being misunderstood. They fear criticism. There was a young man named Daniel who spent years explaining every decision he made. If he declined an invitation, he provided a long explanation. If he disagreed with someone, he justified himself. If he pursued a goal, he defended it. He believed that if people understood his reasons, they would respect him. The opposite happened. The more he explained, the more people questioned him. The more he defended himself, the more people challenged him. The more he justified his choices, the more permission others felt they had to judge those choices. One day, an older mentor gave him simple advice. He said, "People who respect themselves do not place every decision on trial." That sentence changed Daniel's life. Gradually, he stopped over-explaining. When he said no, he simply said no. When he made a decision, he stood by it. When he changed direction, he moved forward confidently. Something surprising happened. People began respecting him more, not because he became rude, but because he became certain. The Stoics believed confidence comes from alignment with your values. If you know your reasons, you do not need everyone else's approval. Think about Marcus Aurelius. As emperor, countless people disagreed with his decisions. Imagine if he had spent every day defending himself to everyone. He would have accomplished nothing. The Stoics understood that excessive explanation often signals insecurity. Not always, but often. A person comfortable with their decisions does not feel compelled to seek universal agreement. This does not mean you should never explain yourself. There are times when communication is important. The lesson is different. Stop explaining yourself to people who have already decided not to understand. Stop defending choices that align with your values. Stop seeking permission to live your own life. The moment you stop justifying every decision, people begin taking your decisions more seriously. Behavior number 2. Remain calm when others expect a reaction. Nothing unsettles manipulative people more than emotional control. Many people survive on reactions. They provoke, criticize, insult, gossip, mock, not because they seek truth, but because they seek emotional responses. There was a businessman named Ethan who worked with a difficult colleague. The colleague constantly tried to provoke him, made sarcastic comments, questioned his abilities, created unnecessary conflict. At first, Ethan reacted emotionally. He defended himself, argued, explained, became frustrated. and every reaction encouraged more behavior. Then Ethan changed his approach. He remained calm. When criticized, he stayed composed. When insulted, he stayed composed. When challenged, he stayed composed. The colleague became increasingly frustrated. Why? Because the reward disappeared. The Stoics understood that emotional control creates power, not power over others, power over yourself. And self-mastery is the highest form of strength. Imagine a fire. A fire survives because it receives fuel. Remove the fuel and the fire weakens. Many conflicts operate the same way. Reactions are fuel. Drama is fuel. Emotional chaos is fuel. When you stop providing fuel, many unnecessary conflicts die naturally. The Stoics practiced this relentlessly. They understood that not every criticism deserves a response. Not every insult deserves attention. Not every provocation deserves energy. People instinctively respect those who remain calm under pressure. Because calmness communicates confidence. Calmness communicates control. Calmness communicates strength. Anyone can remain composed when life is easy. The true test appears during difficulty. Your reaction gives people power. Your composure takes it back. Behavior number 3. Walk away from disrespect without announcing it. One of the coldest behaviors a person can develop is the ability to leave without creating drama. Most people think strength means fighting every battle, defending themselves in every argument, winning every disagreement, having the last word. The Stoics believed something different. They believed wisdom is knowing which battles deserve your energy and which do not. There was a young professional named Michael who worked with someone who constantly disrespected him. The disrespect was subtle at first. Small insults, dismissive comments, passive-aggressive remarks. Michael tolerated it. He hoped things would improve. He tried being understanding, patient, reasonable, but the behavior continued. Eventually, he reached a decision. He stopped arguing, stopped defending himself, stopped trying to convince the other person to behave differently. Instead, he quietly withdrew. He limited interactions, focused on his own responsibilities, protected his peace, and moved forward. The disrespectful coworker became confused. Why? Because he expected a fight. He expected conflict. He expected emotional reactions. What he received instead was distance. The Stoics understood a powerful truth. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Many people waste years trying to educate people who enjoy being disrespectful, trying to change people who have no desire to change, trying to win approval from people who have already decided to be negative. And in the process, they sacrifice their own peace. Imagine carrying a heavy stone. The longer you carry it, the heavier it feels. Now imagine putting it down. The stone remains, but your burden disappears. Some relationships are like that stone. The problem remains, but you no longer carry it. Walking away is not weakness. Walking away is often wisdom. A lion does not spend its day arguing with every barking dog. Not because the lion is afraid, because the lion understands its value. The Stoics frequently reminded themselves that time is limited, energy is limited, attention is limited. Therefore, these resources must be protected carefully. When someone repeatedly shows disrespect, they are providing information. Believe the information, because respect cannot be forced. It can only be demonstrated. Sometimes the strongest response is no response at all. Behavior number 4. Speak less than you know. Few things create more respect than controlled speech. In a world where everyone wants to talk, the person who listens becomes powerful. There was an old merchant named Victor who attended important meetings. He had years of experience, years of wisdom, years of knowledge. Yet he rarely spoke first. While others rushed to share opinions, Victor listened. While others competed for attention, Victor observed. While others filled every silence, Victor remained patient. People often underestimated him. At first, then something interesting happened. When Victor finally spoke, everyone listened. Because his words carried weight. The Stoics understood that words lose value when they become excessive. Think about gold. Its value comes partly from scarcity. If gold covered every street, it would no longer feel special. Words work similarly. When someone talks constantly, people stop listening carefully. When someone speaks selectively, people pay attention. This does not mean becoming silent all the time. It means becoming intentional. Many people reveal too much. Their plans, their fears, their weaknesses, their next move, their frustrations. Everything becomes public. The Stoics advised caution, not secrecy. Caution, because not everyone deserves access to your thoughts. Not everyone deserves access to your ambitions. Not everyone deserves access to your vulnerabilities. There was a young entrepreneur named Rachel who made a mistake many ambitious people make. Every time she had a new idea, she shared it immediately. Every goal became public. Every plan became public. Every dream became public. Some people encouraged her. Others criticized her. Others secretly hoped she would fail. Eventually, Rachel realized something. Talking about success is not the same as creating success. So she changed. She became quieter. She focused more on action, less on announcements, more on execution, less on explanation. Months later, people began noticing results. Not promises, results. And those results commanded more respect than years of conversation ever had. The Stoics believe that actions should speak louder than words. Because words create expectations. Actions create evidence. And evidence is difficult to argue with. There is another reason controlled speech earns respect. It demonstrates emotional discipline. Many people speak impulsively. They reveal secrets, express anger, share opinions, make promises, then regret it later. A disciplined person pauses before speaking, reflects before responding, thinks before revealing. That pause often prevents enormous problems. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about the importance of restraint, not because silence is inherently good, but because wisdom requires thoughtfulness. Thoughtfulness requires patience, and patience requires self-control. The less you need attention, the more attention your words receive. Behavior number 5. Never chase people who want to leave. One of the coldest and most respected behaviors is refusing to chase. Not because you lack compassion, not because you lack emotion, but because you understand your value. There was a man named Daniel who spent years chasing people, chasing friendships, chasing relationships, chasing approval. Whenever someone pulled away, he ran after them. Whenever someone became distant, he doubled his effort. Whenever someone showed less interest, he increased his investment. The result was predictable. He constantly felt exhausted, rejected, anxious, and undervalued. Then one day he encountered a simple Stoic principle. You cannot force people to stay. That realization changed his perspective. Instead of chasing, he began observing. Instead of convincing, he began accepting. Instead of clinging, he began letting reality reveal itself. Something remarkable happened. His self-respect increased. His confidence increased. His peace increased. The Stoics believe that suffering often begins when we try controlling things beyond our control. Other people's choices belong to them. Other people's feelings belong to them. Other people's decisions belong to them. You can influence. You can communicate. You can care. But you cannot control. Many people lose respect when they constantly chase. Not because persistence is bad, but because desperation communicates dependence. A person who knows their worth does not beg for attention, does not beg for loyalty, does not beg for friendship, does not beg for respect. They offer value, and then allow others to choose. Imagine holding sand in your hand. The tighter you squeeze, the more sand escapes. Relationships often work similarly. The harder you force them, the weaker they become. The Stoics taught acceptance. Acceptance is not surrender. Acceptance is clarity. Clarity about what you can control. Clarity about what you cannot. And clarity creates freedom. When someone wants to leave, Let their actions reveal their priorities. Your dignity is worth more than pursuit without reciprocity. Behavior number 6. Keep your emotions under control during difficult times. Anyone can appear strong when life is easy. Anyone can appear confident when everything is working. Anyone can appear calm when nothing is challenging them. The true test of character appears during pressure. The Stoics understood this better than most. They believed adversity does not create character. It reveals character. There was a young manager named Ethan who led a team through a difficult period. Sales declined. Deadlines became stressful. Mistakes increased. Tension filled the workplace. Many people panicked. Many people blamed others. Many people became emotional. But Ethan remained calm. Not because he lacked concern. Not because he ignored reality. Because he understood that panic would not solve the problem. Every day his team watched him. They observed how he reacted, how he spoke, how he handled pressure. And because he remained composed, others gradually became more composed as well. Months later, when the crisis passed, something interesting happened. People respected Ethan more than ever. Not because he had all the answers, because he maintained self-control when self-control was most difficult. The Stoics believed emotional discipline is one of the highest forms of strength. Most people think power means controlling others. The Stoics believe true power means controlling yourself. Your anger, your fear, your impulses, your reactions. Imagine two ships entering a storm. One captain panics. The other remains calm. Which ship would you trust? Which captain would you follow? The answer is obvious. People naturally respect emotional stability. Because stability creates safety. It creates confidence. It creates trust. This does not mean suppressing emotions. The Stoics were often misunderstood. They did not teach people to become emotionless. They taught people not to become slaves to emotion. There is a difference. Feeling anger is human. Being controlled by anger is dangerous. Feeling fear is human. Being controlled by fear is dangerous. Feeling disappointment is human. Being controlled by disappointment is dangerous. Many people allow temporary emotions to dictate permanent decisions. The Stoics refused to do that. They paused, reflected, examined reality, and responded intentionally. This ability creates enormous respect. Why? Because emotional control is rare. When everyone else is reacting, the calm person stands out. When everyone else is complaining, the composed person stands out. When everyone else is losing control, the disciplined person stands out. And people instinctively admire what they struggle to achieve themselves. The person who controls their emotions controls their life. Behavior number 7. Be willing to be disliked. This may be the coldest behavior of all, and perhaps the most powerful. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid disapproval, trying to avoid criticism, trying to avoid rejection, trying to avoid conflict. As a result, they become prisoners of other people's opinions. Every decision becomes influenced by external approval. Every action becomes filtered through the question, what will people think? The Stoics considered this one of the greatest obstacles to freedom. There was a woman named Sophia who constantly worried about being liked. She agreed when she wanted to disagree. She stayed silent when she wanted to speak. She accepted treatment she knew was wrong. She avoided boundaries. She avoided confrontation. And over time, she became miserable, not because people disliked her, because she disliked the life she was creating. Then something changed. Sophia realized an uncomfortable truth. No matter what she did, some people would dislike her anyway. Some people disliked her when she was quiet. Others disliked her when she spoke. Some disliked her when she was generous. Others disliked her when she focused on herself. The approval she desperately chased was impossible to obtain universally, so she stopped chasing it. She began making decisions based on values instead of popularity. She spoke honestly, established boundaries, protected her time, pursued her goals, and accepted that not everyone would approve. Ironically, People respected her far more afterward. The Stoics understood why. People respect conviction. People respect principles. People respect authenticity, even those who disagree with it. Think about history. Many respected leaders were criticized. Many influential thinkers were mocked. Many successful individuals were misunderstood. If they had allowed fear of criticism to control them, they would have accomplished very little. The Stoics taught that your responsibility is not to manage everyone's opinion. Your responsibility is to manage your character. Because opinions change constantly, character remains. When you become willing to be disliked for the right reasons, something powerful happens. You become free. Free to tell the truth. Free to pursue meaningful goals. Free to establish boundaries. Free to protect your peace. Free to live according to your values. And freedom creates strength. Strength creates confidence. Confidence creates respect. The moment you stop needing everyone to like you, people begin respecting you more. Now let's bring everything together. The 7 cold behaviors that instantly make people respect you are: stop explaining yourself to everyone. Remain calm when others expect a reaction. Walk away from disrespect without announcing it. Speak less than you know. Never chase people who want to leave. Keep your emotions under control during difficult times. And be willing to be disliked. Notice something important. None of these behaviors involve aggression. None involve intimidation. None involve manipulation. None involve arrogance. That is because genuine respect is different from fear. Fear disappears when pressure disappears. Respect remains. Many people attempt to earn respect by becoming louder, more aggressive, more dominant, more controlling. The Stoics chose a different path. A quieter path. A stronger path. A path based on self-mastery. Because the strongest person in the room is rarely the loudest. The strongest person is often the calmest. The strongest person is often the most disciplined. The strongest person is often the one least concerned with proving their strength. Why? Because real strength does not need constant advertisement. A mountain does not announce its height. The ocean does not announce its depth. The sun does not announce its power. Their presence speaks for them. The Stoics believed your character should do the same. Let your discipline speak. Let your integrity speak. Let your actions speak. Let your consistency speak. When people see someone who remains calm under pressure, they notice. When people see someone who refuses to tolerate disrespect, they notice. When people see someone who values themselves enough not to chase approval, they notice. And even if they never say it aloud, respect begins forming. Not because you demanded it, because you embodied it. There is a lesson here that many people spend years learning. Respect cannot be begged for. It cannot be negotiated. It cannot be forced. It must be earned through behavior, through consistency, through self-control, through character. The beautiful thing about Stoicism is that it places respect within your control. You cannot control what everyone thinks. You cannot control what everyone says. You cannot control how everyone feels. But you can control how you live. You can control your responses. You can control your standards. You can control your actions. And over time, those actions create a reputation. A reputation stronger than words. A reputation stronger than appearances. A reputation built on substance. The Stoics spent their lives developing that substance. And thousands of years later, their lessons remain powerful because human nature has not changed. People still respect strength. People still respect discipline. People still respect composure. People still respect self-respect. And they always will. Subscribe to Stoic Reflections for more videos on Stoicism, self-mastery, emotional intelligence, mental toughness, wisdom, and personal growth. And remember, the moment you stop chasing respect and start becoming the kind of person worthy of it, respect begins chasing you.